Hey guys, this is Anders with Atom Audio, and today we're going to be talking about how to choose the right monitor for your space. So this is kind of a touchy subject, but one that we will attempt to cover as thoroughly as possible. As many know, there are a lot of factors that go into choosing the right studio monitors, whether it's fidelity, SPL, low-end extension, connectivity, features, and sometimes most importantly, budget. While it would be ideal to put your room dimensions into a formula that calculates one single suggestion, that wouldn't be doing service to a lot of the different use cases that there are. There are many more factors to consider, which may vary from person to person or from room to room. Today we are going to look at just 3 of these factors: the speaker's fidelity, the achievable maximum SPL, and the listening distance. We would like to show you a certain way of looking at them to effectively help you with the thought process when it comes to deciding what monitors might be best for you and your space. We've tried to be as thorough as possible without getting too far into the weeds, as we know a lot of us aren't necessarily working in the best studio environment, but we're still creative, which is the most important part. So without further ado, let's get started. So to start, let's put the 3 factors at the corner points of each triangle. Now let's look at 2 extreme examples to see how this graph works: the S5H main monitor, the flagship speaker from our S series, and the T5V near-field monitor from our more popular and more affordable T series. The S5H is able to give you extremely high fidelity and very high maximum SPL at 131 dB, allowing you to have a very large listening distance as they are designed and equipped for main monitor applications. With this particular speaker, you could satisfy very high requirements, which are pretty much at the ends of each different scale. The T5V, however, which is designed as a near-field monitor, has significantly less maximum SPL, lower overall fidelity, and a certain limit to the max distance that you should be away from your monitors when listening. These 3 factors may seem pretty much independent from each other, but for a specific speaker, they are not. The given value for maximum SPL, for example, is usually referring to a distance of 1 meter or around 3 feet. When you as a listener move away from the speaker further than that, the maximum SPL achievable at your listening position will be lower. Doubling the distance will cost you around 5 dB in an average room. Also, pushing the speaker to the very edge of its output capability comes with a relative loss in fidelity. So choosing a speaker that delivers the monitoring level you expect, plus a little more headroom, will ultimately give you better fidelity. You may, however, decide to sacrifice a good performance in one of these aspects for an even better performance of another factor with the same speaker. Your specific use case and requirements can be drawn out in the same kind of graph. So you have to ask yourself, what level of fidelity or audio quality do I need? At what levels do I like to monitor, and how much more headroom do I need? What is the size of the stereo triangle that I can fit in my room given the correct setup? And the many monitoring solutions in our T, AX, and S series are meant to serve applications in between the 2 extreme examples we have just shown. As you can see on the fidelity axis of our graph, we have all 3 series of monitors. The S series reaching up the furthest in terms of fidelity, followed by the AX and the T series. Neither the T5V, T7V, or T8V can surpass this fidelity threshold in any setup. However, the larger you go, let's say from the T5V to the T8V, you can achieve a higher maximum SPL, which comes with the option to monitor with your speakers further away without having to compromise too much on monitoring level. Let's go through a couple more examples. The A77X will deliver high fidelity and allow for a relatively large listening distance with high max SPL at 122 dB, while its smaller brother, the A7X, will have the same fidelity, but lower maximum SPL, and therefore it lends itself for a shorter listening distance. Let's take another look at the A7X, which maybe fits most of the requirements in your use case, but you want to get a little bit more monitoring level out of your speakers, which, as we said earlier, have a fixed max SPL. In this case, you may decide to settle for a little shorter listening distance to gain a higher maximum monitoring level in your room. Another way to increase the fidelity or the max SPL in this case might be to add a subwoofer like the Sub 10. The ultimate goal is to find the best match in all 3 of these factors. You may find for a certain budget, you may have to trade off one for another, and as a general rule of thumb, the higher your budget, the less compromises you have to make. Again, this is far from a hard and fast rule, but we do think it's a good starting place to kind of start thinking about what monitors might be best for your space. Obviously, there are more factors that we listed earlier, like budget and features, But for this video, we wanted to focus just on the sonic capabilities of the monitors. Again, you can find out more about the different features between the series in a video down below. As always, if you have questions about your specific room, you can reach out to us at Atom Audio directly or leave your questions down in the comments below. If you guys found this video informative, please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you guys next time.